streets up. Yeah, yeah. Okay, wake the streets up. Okay, come on. Okay, wake the streets up. Yeah, yeah. Come on, wake the streets up. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Good morning and happy Thursday. It's time to get up and tune into your daily Boss FM news. It's your girl Kayla. Let's get started. As firefighters continue to battle wildfires in Southern California, two new wildfires have emerged. The Silverado Fire and the Blue Ridge Fire are moving fast with high winds and low humidity, forcing a mandatory evacuation of almost 70,000 Orange County residents. Both of these dangerous fires have grown to nearly 30,000 acres combined in the last 48 hours, damaging at least 8 houses and threatening so many others. This fire season has already seen over 4 million acres in California scorched, with 10,000 structures being destroyed and 31 people dead. My heart and condolences go out to all the families that are affected by this disaster. Keith Raniere, leader of the notorious multi-level marketing scheme and sex cult NXIVM, was given a sentence of 120 years today by U.S. District Judge Nicholas Grafis. Raniere, age 60, was convicted in 2019 on counts including racketeering, sex trafficking, sex exploitation of a child, and human trafficking. Grafis said in his decision that the crimes Raniere was convicted of are cruel, perverse, and extremely serious. 15 of Raniere's victims spoke out today during his hearing. Seagram's Liquors heiress Claire Bronifant also sentenced earlier this year for her involvement with NXIVM. And just some brief background knowledge, NXIVM was started in the early 90s with self-help seminars which were used to recruit members. So that's how they started to recruit their members to get them to join the what is now today known as the notorious sex cult. And it basically pretty much forced people into slavery. And just after hearing about this, I'm glad he got 120 years. He needs to get more, and they need to dig him up under the grave because it's a special place in hell for somebody like him. In some tech news, Apple is reportedly ramping up efforts to develop its own search engine to rival Google. Apple and Google have a deal in which Google pays $8 to $12 billion to be the default search engine on Apple devices. The Justice Department may deem this deal to be anti-competitive, so Apple could be looking to speed up its search engine launch. Apple's web crawler Applebot, which scrapes the web to build a database of information that can serve as a basis for the search engine, has been much more active recently, according to marketing consultants. Apple also poached John Gino Andrea from Google in 2018. He used to be their head of search, so he could really be valuable for Apple's search engine. I mean, I'm not much of a techie girl. I'm just give me the latest device, you know. Let me be cool, let me be down. But what it seems like to me is that Apple is just trying to be the next conglomerate in the tech field. And who knows, by 2025, Apple just may be on all of the devices that we use, whether it's an Android, an iPhone, whatever. That's what the vibes Apple are giving me now. But hey, more power to Apple. It's just more money that it's trying to take from its consumers. That's it. And some COVID news. At least one country did it right. On Tuesday, Australia finally lifted their lockdown. The second largest city in Australia, Melbourne, finally lifted their 111-day lockdown and allowed their citizens to go to bars, shopping malls, and etc. without masks, that I might add. Lockdown started on July 7th, and the turnaround has been dramatic. Infections at the time were threatening to spiral out of control, hitting a peak of more than 700 a day. Schools, businesses, and houses of worship closed. People couldn't travel more than 3 miles from home without a permit. They could go outside, but for only an hour or two, and for weeks they faced a nightly curfew. Crowds are thin on the city streets as there are still some restrictions in place, but thousands of businesses will be able to reopen. Let's just hope that they are enjoying life without masks and the virus doesn't sneak back up again. I think America needs to learn from Melbourne, and that's just that. Okay, guys, it's Thursday, so you know what that means. It is Throwback Thursday. So let's go right on ahead and let's end up with our little spooky edition Throwback Thursday. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my top 5 favorite cartoon spooky movies. Well, they're spooky to me because I'm a little scaredy cat. So growing up, the Halloween movies that I did watch, I'm going to say coming in at number 5, we have A Haunted House with Eddie Murphy. That movie brought me onto the song Superstition by Stevie Wonder, and I'll never forget that movie. Number 4, we have Coraline. It's something about the double life and Coraline mom having the black buttons that will always be scary to me no matter what age I am. Coming in at number 3, we have Casper and we have Beetlejuice. Those are just 2 classic movies that every kid has to watch, and that's just it. You don't know what Halloween is until you've watched one of those. Coming in at number 2 is one of my favorites, Monster House, and I only like Monster House because of the CGI. That literally, since a kid, I've just always loved that movie because of the CGI, and I don't know why, just me. And coming in slowly at number 1 is the ultimate favorite when you first think about Halloween, The Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't have to say anything about it. That's why it's number 1, and that's just that. All right, everyone, that is it for your Thursday morning news. Make sure you tune in later today at 8:30 p.m. for some more news with Boss FM. If you would like to rewatch our shows, as always, they will be available for replay on our Boss FM app and all of our social media platforms. Thanks again for tuning in. It's your girl, Kayla. Have a great day. Peace out.